from a packed Yost Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This is Michigan hockey versus the Boston University Terriers on WCBN. I'm Owen Crain alongside Stevie McGregor. Stevie, final few seconds before puck drop. What are we watching for tonight?
We're watching a battle of an experienced team in the Boston Terriers, 18 upperclassmen of 28 rostered players, versus the inexperience of the Michigan Wolverines, having 12 freshmen, many of whom we will see play tonight.
We are underway real quick. Pregame show we had there. BU gets it into Michigan's territory real quick. Then a whistle for offsides. 19:52 remaining in the first. The children of Yost are loud and proud tonight, Stevie.
Yeah, it looks like a packed house tonight. A lot of people in town in anticipation of the big football game tomorrow. Thought they'd stop by for a good old showdown at Yost Arena.
Absolutely. Play back underway. The Wolverines dump it into BU territory. Pass attempted up ice will get through. No icing call there. The Wolverines cycle it back out onto the boards. They'll move it into the neutral zone and turn it over to a Terrier. Dumps it in. Portillo receives it back behind the net. Leaves it for Truscott. Truscott with time. D to D behind the red line. Over to Hughes. Hughes hands it off to Fantelli low. He's under pressure. Fantelli looks up the boards on the near side. Dylan Duke had a chance. He lost it. BU with the opportunity in front. There's a shot. Rebound. Trickles by the red line. Cleared out. Another opportunity. BU still holding on to it. Great pressure and recovery from Portillo there.
What a play by Luke Hughes on that. Cleared it off the goal line.
The Wolverines deflect one out off the shot of a BU Terrier. Things got exciting real quick, and the Wolverines, well, this should be a 1-0 game right now.
Yeah, I mean, great opportunity right out in front. Portillo makes a great save, great pad stop with that big left pad, and then on that second attempt, it looks like it was going to be squirting in, but Luke Hughes, Wolverines' star defenseman, there on the goal line. Beautiful play, great defensive play. You usually talk about him in the offensive zone, but it makes you forget that he is a defenseman, and a very good one at that.
We really saw him develop as a player last year before our eyes. Holtz with the puck now will enter BU territory, take it down to the near side behind the red line. He'll turn it over to a BU defenseman. D to D, turnover to the Wolverines. Shot in front, one-timer. That one coming off of the stick. I apologize, that's Rutger McGroarty.
Yeah. Nice little opportunity there for the Wolverines on the forecheck. Their pressure creating a BU turnover, and that led to a decent scoring chance. Not one you write home about, but it's still one that we love to see in the early days.
Yeah, the one-timer struggled a tad there. The Wolverines, however, come back. Ciccolini takes it into the neutral zone. The Wolverines will reset and dump it in on the near side BU territory. D-man's there first. Pearson, one-timer from the point. That one deflected off the legs of the defender, and a BU quick rush into Michigan's territory. Far side of the goal, they look to cut in, held off by Pearson. LaPointe will join in, and we have Karen in there as well. So 3 Wolverines on 2 Terriers. The puck will trickle out to a Terrier. It looks like it's Stevens. He'll send it, cycle it back down below the red line. Pearson controlling, checked from behind. Children of Yost want a call. That is not a penalty. We'll start back up. Hughes. Now this is a different Hughes, number 13. Takes it, he falls, but will reset. Pass it off to Luke Hughes. Drop to Estapa at the blue line. Estapa shot. Deflected off a Terrier. And the Terriers come back with the puck into Michigan's own territory. Phillips to Houston. Houston making a move. Blocker save from Portillo on the shot. Estapa recovers the puck. They'll take it up the near side. It's Moyle with it, chasing. He gets a shot off. Opportunity for the Wolverines. A one-timer on the rebound. Nothing will come of it. BU player will break his stick, leading to a 2-on-2 for the Wolverines. Shot attempt off the blocker.
Yeah, Nick Granowitz, the beneficiary of a golden opportunity.
Good opportunity there. The Terriers come back with it. They'll get a shot off. Casey chasing after it, back below the red line. Shot from the point for BU. Another shot from the opposite point. This puck is moving far faster than any other sport I've called so far this season. The Wolverines will take a break. Estapa dumps it in. We have a whistle. Might have hit off of someone. getting off the ice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that whistle's for. It looks like we'll have a neutral zone face-off. But yeah, this has been at breakneck pace so far. Absolutely, both teams with great opportunities. I mean, you could argue BU might be a little unfortunate to not be up 1-0, but it's not like Michigan's not had some opportunities of their own. So
yeah, BU definitely had a chance. The Wolverines have had a few, but not nearly as nice as that BU chance early in the game. Puck in BU's territory, but they're controlling. Back into the neutral zone. We'll have a quick trip up on a Michigan defender. BU with an opportunity here. Man open in front, turned over. The Wolverines recover the puck. It's Samaskevich, who, fun fact, sits next to me in extreme weather class on campus. He's knocked down. We'll have a BU delayed penalty here.
Yeah.
16:21 remaining in the first.
Yeah, Samaskevich took a big hit there from, I believe, that's the assistant captain, Case McCarthy. He's a senior for BU. And yeah, it looked like Samaskevich just dumping it in deep there. And then just kind of a silly penalty at neutral ice, just taking him out for no apparent reason. I mean, I'm not sure, not really sure what Samaskevich was going to do after dumping in that puck, but
yeah, a little bit of a late check. So they'll take the penalty there. Wolverines up a man for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see the lethal power play with the quarterback of the power play, Luke Hughes.
Yeah, and Hughes will rip a shot from the far side. At the point, his D partner, Samaskevich. Puck behind the net. The Wolverines will recover. Hughes up top. Slap shot. That one deflected in front. There's an opportunity there. It's Moyle for it. It'll trickle into the corner.
Wow.
Moves back over. Hughes recovers it on the near side at the blue line. Moves it to Fantelli. Fantelli loses control of the puck. BU tries to get it. They'll flip it out right back to Hughes, who recovers. Hughes to the near side. It's Samaskevich. Samaskevich looks to the far side, intercepted by a BU player, and Hughes will recover the puck in the neutral zone. Deflects off another BU player down to Portillo, who dumps it in off the stick of Luke Hughes.
Yeah.
Correction, it did not hit the stick. That'll be an icing call.
Yeah, kind of an ill-advised play there as Portillo came out to what was kind of a free-for-all puck, but BU was got off on a change, so there was no immediate threat. You really easily could have just laid that off to one of his defensemen, but instead trying to play a long stretch pass that ends in a defensive zone faceoff for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and tough, just a chaotic play. Michigan still finding its legs, although they're ranked number 6 in the NCAA right now. BU ranked number 9, and we'll see how these two teams compete. Pretty similar with respect to their rankings so far. At least in the world of college hockey, anything can happen. 15:19 remaining in the first. We're back in play. Wolverines with about a minute left on the power play. And here comes the offensive drive. Quick cut in from the far side. They'll shift it back to the blue line. Got a new line out there. Truscott moved it over. Back to Truscott. Slap shot. One-timer. Trickles out in front. He'll recover it at the blue line. Here's a slap shot from McGregor. That one deflected high into the boards. Wolverines recover the puck. Take it. Looking for McGregor. That one will deflect off of Touch's stick for BU. Will pressure Truscott, who recovers it. Brinkley to the near side. Taken by Terrier. He'll keep it in the corner. Move it back behind the red line. Looks for his defensive partner. Can't get there. It's on the boards on the near side. Touch loses the puck to Truscott. Truscott has Brindley. He'll drop to him.
Nice move on the boards there by Brindley. Ooh.
He had Hallam too. There's a quick shot. Wolverines will score on the rebound. Brindley, a rebound from the Terriers, leads Michigan up 1-0 over BU after 6.
Yeah, just a great play there as the snapshot from McGregor deflected off Drew Comesso's pads right to Jacob Truscott, and he's able to find a wide open Gavin Brindley to put that one away. Yeah, I mean, there's just great work on the power play. Just a great pass from Jacob Truscott. Finding that puck, instead of trying to jam it home, he shows off that vision and sends it to a wide open Gavin Brindley to open the scoring here for the Wolverines. Just really exciting hockey so far.
We've seen a great game. I mentioned earlier, Michigan, they've looked chaotic at times. It came together on that power play, and I actually wasn't keeping my eye on the clock. I'm not sure if we were even strength.
Yeah, I think the power play may have just expired, but still, the Wolverines will take it either way.
Definitely what fed their energy. Moyle on a quick run. He'll be driven into the corner. And that Gavin Brindley shot, right place at the right time. The freshman, standing only at 5'9", from Estero, Florida, making his mark early against a storied program in hockey, the Boston University Terriers. Samaskevich up on the near side, enters BU territory. A look to the far side, quick shot from the Wolverines. That one from Jacob Truscott, moving in, playing aggressive on the D end here. Samaskevich at the blue line, he'll lose it. Hughes recovers in the neutral zone. Quick movement to the far side, the Wolverines will dump it in. No shift change here. That one will ring its way all around the boards. Luke Hughes with a shot deflected by BU Terriers. Move it back behind the red line. Terriers recover the puck and dump it back into the neutral zone. Truscott fighting for it. Finish skates, and he'll recover it. BU recovers the puck once more on the dump and chase. About the blue line. Looked like the Wolverines were looking for an icing call on BU. They don't get it. BU controlling in Michigan's territory under pressure. Quick shot, misses the net. They'll go to the left side defender on the near side, from our vantage point at least. Quick shot out front. Beautiful play from BU. Great setup. Good save by Portillo. And we have a delayed penalty called on BU.
Oh, and we see some tempers flaring here early as it looked like Matt Brown, or excuse me, as it looked like Wilmer Skoo got in Samaskevich's face after taking that penalty. And then there was some fighting between Jake Harrinan, Keaton Pearson, and McCarthy and Peterson of BU. So just some scrappy play here so far. Samaskevich been on the receiving end of a lot of it, as he's now drawn both BU penalties.
And he's one to target for sure. The Wolverines are a playmaking team. Luke Hughes, you've mentioned, is one of the quarterbacks here. But Samaskevich is as well, so no surprise that they'll go after him. We're going to have a review of the play.
Yeah, I think they're looking to see if this might have been a major penalty.
Yeah,
but
they've already got BU's number 11, Luke Tuck, just outside of the box here. So
didn't look like there was a ton in it, but just kind of looked like a little shoulder, elbow to the head. Just kind of looked like a hockey play that not something you love to see, but not much doesn't.
I mean, the intention was there. It was not a good play. We'll let the referee announce what this is here. So a 5-minute major call on the play. Massive opportunity for the Wolverines here.
Yeah. I mean, starting out with what is this now? 2 penalties, 7 minutes of penalty time in these first 13 minutes. It's going to be so. It's going to be big for the Wolverines. You gotta capitalize here. As even if we score on this power play, the major will not be over. So I mean, this is a great opportunity to get 1, maybe even 2 for the Wolverines.
So Tuck in the box, helmet off for BU, and BU starts it early. They'll dump it all the way down to Portillo. He's telling Truscott, don't worry about it, slow down. Has Brindley on the near side. Opts to just leave it back behind the net. Picking it up is Seamus Casey. Casey, another one of those freshmen. He's out of Fort Myers, Florida. Wolverines on a run in BU territory now. Hallam with it on the near side, looking to cut in. He'll slow it down. McGrorty, number 2, holding. Looks to Truscott. Truscott can't handle the puck, and it'll trickle back to Michigan zone.
Yeah, that was just a little lapse in concentration there as McGrorty put it right on his stick. He just kind of missed it. So
a little bit of bouncy ice there. Brindley to McCallum on the near side.
And that looks like Brindley's down as he took a hit from a BU player.
No call.
And it looks like
excuse me, we do have a delayed call
penalty.
Here. So the Wolverines look to keep things going. They'll pull Portillo. With 4 minutes remaining in this 5-minute major, the Wolverines will have an opportunity for a 5-on-3.
Yeah, and unfortunately the beam directly to our right obstructed our view of that. But yeah, and it looks like they're going to review this one as well for the potential for a major. As it looks like Jay O'Brien, another senior captain, or senior assistant captain, will go to the box. It's just showing the replay on the big board. Didn't look.
It's hard to judge. The referees are in the scorer's box right now reviewing the footage. And I don't know the criteria that they're working with either.
Yeah, it looked like, because Brindley had already played the puck, so, I mean, the puck was well gone by the time he got hit.
Yeah.
So it might be one of those ones where if he had the puck, it would have been only a 2-minute penalty, and because he didn't have the puck, maybe it's upgraded to a 5-minute major, but we will see as the referees are still reviewing this. This has been a very interesting start to the game, don't you think, Owen?
I fully agree. And no matter the call, the Wolverines have themselves a fantastic opportunity to expand this 1-goal lead. 1-0 over BU. We're about 8.5 minutes into the first period, 11:35 remaining in the clock. The Wolverines will have at least 2 minutes of 5-on-3 play. They may have as many as 4 minutes of 5-on-3 play. The children of Yost are excited.
Yeah.
The referees have a decision. We'll turn up the mic here. Let you listen in. That's another 5-minute major. The Wolverines will have 4 minutes of 5-on-3 play.
Yeah. And even if you couldn't hear the officials' call, you would hear you heard the children of Yost explode in cheers when it was announced.
So with Michigan up 1, 11:35 remaining in the period, 4 minutes, 4 seconds of 5-on-3 play. Samaskevich and Hughes, the defensive duo, we'll see them taking plenty of shots. Hughes controlling at the Wolverine blue line. He looks up, it's tipped by a Terrier. Terrier's playing very close to the house there. Hughes back with the puck over the Fantelli. Fantelli looks up, quick move to Samaskevich. He's got it! One-timer right in front of the crease. Wolverines up 2-0 over Boston University.
Yeah, Samaskevich just kind of sat down in the middle of all 3 BU defenders, and just a great pass there from Dylan Duke to give him an opportunity. Yeah, wow, perfect. Just a perfect play there from the Wolverines as they extend their lead to 2-0.
That was a beauty of a goal, and notably, NCAA rules with 5-minute majors. You don't get out when the other team scores. The Wolverines will remain on a 5-on-3 for the next 3 minutes and 43 seconds. 5-on-4 for another minute or so after that. Quick start for the Wolverines. They'll turn it over on the face-off to BU. So they made a quick, aggressive jump. Wolverines will pick it up back from Portillo behind the net. It's Casey making a drive into BU territory. He's got Chekolin. Off to McGrorty. McGrorty to Truscott. Back to Truscott at the point. Fakes the shot. Looks to the near side. Wolverines will get a shot off. Trickled out in front. Good opportunity. BU will clear it down to Portillo once more. Truscott going after it. Portillo leaves the puck up for him. He's back behind the net now. Coming up on the near side.
Yeah, and there was just a good stick there by John Copeland of the Terriers. If not, that's a 3-0 game.
Puck moved up to Hallam. Hallam passes it off to Ciccolini. Right into the glove of the Terriers goaltender. It's number 29 in net for the BU Terriers today. That's Drew Comesso, a junior from Norwell, Massachusetts. Yeah, some Massachusetts representation for the Boston team.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of action early. He's gonna see even more as we play out the rest of this major. So.
And we remain 5-on-3. Puck back in play. It's been dumped down to the neutral zone. Trickles down to Portillo. He'll leave it for Hughes with plenty of time and space. Again, it's 5-on-3. So Luke Hughes to the other Hughes to Samaskevich at the point. He'll rip a shot. That one just missing. Hughes, the Luke one, picks it back up at the blue line. Quick turnover to a Terrier. And a tussle for it. Was that a hold? Referees do not think so. Wolverines will recover the puck just by Portillo's net and move it back up ice. Samaskevich open for it at the point. He's controlling, quick shot. That one trickles into the net on the recovery. Right out, couldn't hold on to it. Drew Comesso, the Wolverines got a stick on it, will knock it in. They get 3-0 Michigan over Boston.
Yeah, TJ Hughes, the opportunist there. As that one just trickled, as Owen said, just trickled by and was just laying out in the middle of that crease. And TJ Hughes got aggressive, just dove in there, and was able to make it a 3-0 game. Just couldn't ask for a better start here for the Wolverines.
You really couldn't, of course. I wouldn't call it a gift. It was stupid play from BU, but 2 5-minute majors is unacceptable in college hockey. You can't let that happen. Yeah, I get it. BU's an aggressive team, but it's costing them dearly right now. And Stevie, the Wolverines have another 2 minutes of 5-on-3 play.
Yeah, and it's not like the 5-minute majors were from young guys just taking stupid penalties. Those are two of their assistant captains that are in the box for these 5-minute majors. So it's not like you can't blame the inexperience. It's kind of poor judgment here from the Terriers. TJ
Hughes with the goal there. Wolverines back in play. Truscott with it at the point. Quick deflection by a Terrier. Wolverines get it going again! Quick pass in front of the net. They score! 4-0 Michigan.
Wow, what a feed from Rucker McGorty over to Seamus Casey. Wow.
I can't keep up, Stevie.
Wow. I mean, Michigan is showing how dangerous you can be on a 5-on-3 man advantage. That puck was just tape to tape. Just beautiful play there from the Wolverines, side to side, and leaving Drew Comesso with absolutely no chance.
No chance whatsoever. 4-0 Michigan over BU. Another minute and 30 on this 5-on-3. They'll get it going deep in BU territory once more. BU clears it down to Portillo. That'll give us an opportunity to review what we've seen. 3 power play goals in this 5-on-3 here, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverines are playing some beautiful hockey, but I mean, these are college hockey players, and high quality ones at that. So give them a 5-on-3. There are going to be some bad things that happen to you.
Absolutely. Packed crowd too, helping the environment. Luke Hughes with it on the near side, pass off to Fantelli. To Samuskevich in front. That one, and credit to him. Drew Comesso finally got a hold of that one in his chest, and we'll have our first whistle since that 4th goal. 58 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3.
Yeah, I mean, just an electric start to the game. These power play units for the Wolverines got to be kind of getting gassed a little bit. I mean, they've been out there so long so far. Just, I mean, it's been everybody, too. It hasn't just been 1 or 2 guys dominating the play. It's been everybody from that power play unit chipping in and playing well.
The Wolverines, at this point, they got to run every line with such a long 5-on-3. Fantelli to the near side. Quick rip off the stick of, that was 93 Copeland. Ciccolini, excuse me. Completely mispronounced the name there. LaPointe, back to Ciccolini. Fantilli at the point. Real control. To Holtz. Takes the shot. Looked like it might have gotten his glove, and he'll be called on a hand pass here.
And it looks as if, because we've had so much power play time for the Wolverines, it looked like for that little bit, these last like 40 seconds or so, we had the quote-unquote 3rd power play unit coming in for the Wolverines. So, I mean, getting everybody some reps on the power play, giving everybody these opportunities to get on the score sheet.
Look, for Tuck and O'Brien, BU, just terrible decision-making. You can't give Michigan these opportunities. I think it was the duel in the D last year. Michigan State kept getting penalties, and they add up. The Wolverines capitalize. They're just that type of program. Delayed offsides, no whistle as the Wolverines exit the zone. 10 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. BU's got a hold on it. They rip it down to Portillo. Brindley controlling the puck in Michigan's territory. He'll start things off, taking his time, pass it to the far side. 21 carrying it up for the Wolverines. That's Hallam.
Yeah.
Hallam hands it off to Brindley. Back to Hallam. Truscott at the point. Moved it back to the far side. Shot attempt goes nowhere. Truscott with it in neutral zone territory. 30 seconds left to 5-on-4 play now. Brindley will knock it in. Quick hit from Fensor of BU. BU dumps it down for the clear. About 20 seconds left on the penalty here for Boston University. Power play for the Wolverines. Moyle with Granowicz. Moyle takes the shot from the near side. Good stop there again from Drew Camiso. Standard routine stop.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, just overwhelming from the Wolverines. I mean, 16 shots, and we're not even 16 minutes into this game. So I mean, it's just been nothing but nonstop pressure. So I mean, although the stupid penalties taken by BU, gotta give credit to the Wolverines for not making those chances go to waste.
Real tough penalties to take for BU. Wolverines get it started. We're back to even strength, finally. 6:33 remaining in the first period. Wolverines have it in neutral territory. They're under pressure. BU looking to get something started here. Puck's out about the blue line. BU recovers, takes it into their own zone. They'll look to Armstrong on the near side. He'll dump it in under pressure, takes a late hit. Portillo stops it back behind the goal line. BU's captain goes and clashes with Portillo. Trickles out to number 2, the defenseman on the far side. He'll ring its way around over to number 20. That's Holtzum. He'll take a shot. Hudson, controlling once more. Looks inside, tipped off a Wolverine stick. Granowitz with it. He's looking to Moyle. Moyle dumps it in at about the red line. Not far enough, called icing.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate there for the Wolverines, as it looked like Moyle just missed clearing the red line to make that just a regular dump and chase instead of the icing that it was.
Yeah, tough play there. Moyle, long shift, you're eager to get off. He's just got to take that one extra stride, get it over the red line so the icing isn't called. 5:53 remaining in the first. Michigan up 4-0 over the BU Terriers. Looks like we're waiting on a center here for the Wolverines. TJ Hughes circling around the bench. He looks a little confused. He'll skate out to the far side circle, Michigan's territory. Portillo on the ready. They'll look to the near side defender. He'll cut in quick. I'd call that a saucer pass maybe on Portillo. It wasn't a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it goes down in the in the stat sheet as a shot, but yeah, that was kind of a nice little, put it well. I mean, a saucer pass at the goalie's pads, I guess.
That was the farthest thing from a shot I've seen in some time. Now, this is our first whistle of the game that's a lie, but this is our first sustained break of the game. 5:48 remaining. We'll take a TV timeout. They'll do hero of the game. So, Stevie, BU, their start. What do you think of their performance besides the penalties?
I mean, they've created some chances. I mean, we said it early. They could have gone 1-0 up in this game, and they've had some golden opportunities when they've been able to play at even strength. It's just they haven't been at even strength for more than 3 or 4 minutes in this game so far. So it's one of those things where, yes, you're up 4-0, but for Michigan, you got to keep your foot on the gas, because BU is a dangerous team. They're a top 10 team for a reason. So they're going to be ready to come out, maybe later in this first period, but especially in the second period. They're going to come out ready to go, and they're going to be looking to chip away at that lead.
They've really thrown out opportunities with the penalties so far. We'll get back to play. 5:45 remaining in the first. Michigan controlling in their own zone. Tussle for it. Back behind the red line. Wolverines come away with it. It's Luke Hughes behind the net. Looks to the near side. It's going to bounce off the boards. Duke comes in to pick it up. Samoskevich on the near side. Dumps it in for the dump and chase. Terriers are there first. They'll look to exit. Turnover in the neutral zone. Sorry, still getting my skates under me here. Samoskevich looks up ice after he recovers. Turnover to BU. Back through the neutral zone on the far side. BU will look to set things up. Quick cut in. And a pass attempt in the front, but number 17 for Boston just lost control of the puck there. Luke Hughes fighting for it on the near side. Samoskevich pokes it away, back down behind the red line. It'll be Dylan Duke knocking it forward through the neutral zone over to a BU defender who sends it back up ice. A lot of turnovers at the midpoint of the ice here. BU's captain or assistant captain with it, number 18. He'll take it straight through the neutral zone. Strong attack. Take it to the near side with a pass there. The Wolverines send it back out. Quick icing right up ice. 4:30 remaining in the first, another stoppage here.
Yeah, and I mean, so far so good for the Wolverines, but This BU team is dangerous. I mean, looking at their first 2 games this year, I mean, against lesser competition in Bentley and an exhibition against Waterloo, but they combined to score 15 goals in those games. So, I mean, you can never be too far ahead, especially playing a team like Boston.
Yeah, BU's a Hockey East powerhouse. Making a quick detour for some Big Ten play. They'll see UConn and UMass Lowell pretty soon as well. BU controlling. Whiff off the shot of one of their defenders. Gallagher with it on the near side, and a quick whistle as the net comes off.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the line here for BU if they want to get back in this game, that they got to get going. Senior leadership across the board. Ethan Phillips, a senior from Dartmouth. Jay O'Brien, a senior from Massachusetts, and then Matt Brown, a senior from New Jersey. This is the senior leadership that they need to just kind of try to get a goal back and try to get back into this game.
So the Wolverines win the face-off here. Quick check from Phillips, though. Turns it back over. Wolverines will recover in the end. It's TJ Hughes on the near side. LaPointe chasing after it. BU recovers somehow and dumps it in. Portillo grabs it behind the net, tries to start things back off. Holtz, Ciccolini. Ciccolini moves it to the neutral zone on the near side. Turns it over. It's a BU defender carrying it now. They'll take it through the neutral zone. Turn it back over to Casey. Casey to TJ Hughes in neutral territory. Back to Pearson in Michigan zone. He'll take a moment to reset. Cycling it back low. McGregor on the near side takes the pass. He'll launch it right over to Brinkley. And then they dump it in deep into BU territory. It's the Terriers recovering. A quick tussle for it on the near side.
Man, that's not something you see every day. Gavin Brindley played the puck between his skates. Played it down ice. Kind of an interesting little soccer pass there.
This BU team takes risks, and we'll have an opportunity here. Quick cut in for BU. That puck goes nowhere, but in that time, they skated all the way back down. Shot in front from Peterson. Not going to make a good save from Portillo. Wolverines recover. They've entered BU's territory now. Brinkley with the puck on the near side. Deflected as his shot bounces up over the net. BU will ice it down. It won't make it all the way. It'll be Pearson recovering it. He's got Ventelli behind the net. He'll start things off. Rip it over to Granowicz. Granowicz loses it on the boards to BU. They'll send it up to the point. Errant pass, however. Stevens cuts in with it for BU. He'll go behind the net. Loops it over. Fensor, one-timer from the near side point. Goes nowhere, but here's a rebound. Shot flicked up into the netting. We'll have a whistle with 2:23 to remain in the first.
Yeah. And, I mean, we're seeing BU coming into this game a little bit more when they've had these 5-on-5 opportunities. I mean, they're definitely playing a lot better when they've been able to be even strength. And, I mean, they've created some chances. I mean, there was another good one there. Looked like the stick snapped on the shot. I'm not sure if that was a Wolverine player helping out with that, or if it was just a little too much bend on it, but BU's had some chances so far.
They certainly have. Back in play now. It's Luke Hughes recovering on the face-off behind the net. Samaskevich fighting for it. It's going to hit off a ref and bounce out of Michigan's territory when the Wolverines come back in with it. It's called offsides. Dylan Duke in a little tussle in the near side corner of BU's territory. Whistle with 2:11 to go in the first.
Yeah. And we've seen a little bit of extras on a lot of these whistles. Seems like Michigan has kind of taken exception to the excessive physical play of BU so far.
This is by no means a rivalry, but when you see 2 top 10 teams meet, as we do here, in a storied program, any Boston team that comes up to Ann Arbor, they're here to win. With Michigan up 4-0, I'd expect to see BU get a little chippy in these plays, trying to get Michigan a bit more aggressive, maybe draw out a penalty. Of course, you have to be careful. Last time they were aggressive, they earned themselves a 5-on-3 and 3 unearned goals. BU controlling in a tussle on the near side corner of Michigan's territory. They'll recover. It's Fensor. They'll move it down the near side to the captain, number 2. Shot attempt deflected by the Wolverines. Bounces out to the neutral zone where the Terriers recover it.
Yeah,
They'll
nice.
go D to D in the neutral zone and send it back up to Michigan's territory. Out on the blue line, it's LaPointe and Kaplan fighting for it. TJ Hughes will poke it out to Luke Hughes. Hughes to Holtz. Holtz up the near side, and we'll get a dump in and give and go back to Holtz, who is fighting for it behind BU's net now. He's got assistance right now. It's, I believe that was number 2 back there for the Wolverines. Brindley back out on the ice, tripped up by a Terrier. No call. The Wolverines will recover the puck on the blue line. 1 minute remaining in the period. Quick pass up to McGregor. He can't get there in time. Called icing, 54.6 seconds.
Yeah, and if you're the Wolverines here, you just want to coast out of the rest of this period. I mean, you're walking out with a 4-0 lead if you can keep it this way. So just trying to avoid giving up any silly goals late in this period is the key here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Wolverines coaching staff, when they head to the bench or head to the locker room, there's nothing you can be disappointed in here. Hudson controlling for BU at the point. They'll get a shot off. Looks like it's in Brindley's padding.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day. Kind of looked like it deflected up into his pants, and everybody lost it for a second.
Now, hopefully it wasn't too painful. If it's the wrong part, there isn't much padding under those pants. They're there for a reason.
He seems to be skating off all right, though, so.
He'll be fine. He's a hockey player. Wolverines start things back off. Moyle taking the face-off. They'll lose it. BU recovers. Quick slap shot. That one's just wide of the net into the netting. 40 seconds remaining in the first. We'll have another puck drop in Michigan's territory.
Yeah, and it looks like that one squirted out onto the seating, out in the seating section. So don't know how that happened, but
we've got someone in a costume that. Is that Fox Sports' football character?
Yeah, I think that's Cletus, the Fox Sports mascot.
I like it. He's here promoting Fox Sports' big noon kickoff is at Pioneer High School tomorrow. If you're a fan of ESPN's College Game Day and want the worst version of it, head to Pioneer tomorrow. Terriers on a run into Michigan's territory, 20 seconds remaining. Quick shot from the outside on the far side. Granowicz recovers, can't get it out of the zone. Terriers look to start things up again. 10 seconds left. Errant pass sends it into the neutral zone. Puck will trickle into BU's territory. That should do it for the period. 5 seconds on the clock. Quick pass up ice. 2, 1. Michigan ends the first up 4-0 over Boston University. What a period of play we just saw, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better here from the Wolverines. They were dominant. I mean, obviously aided by the 5-on-3 opportunities for 5 minutes. But, I mean, if you're Boston, you've got to be a little bit hopeful because, I mean, when the game was 5-on-5, they were in this game very much so. I mean, they created some chances, definitely could have scored in this first period. So they got to be hopeful that they can come back in this second period. But got to be happy if you're a Wolverines fan so far. Yeah, so we will step aside and we will see you around a couple minutes before the second period starts.
Yes. So if you don't mind taking the headset off, Stevie, he'll be right back. He'll be on play-by-play for the second period. We've got some members of the Michigan Daily Hockey Beat to join us for some intermission commentary. Joining me first, John Tondora of the Michigan Daily. John, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Owen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you. Well, what'd you think of that period of play we just saw?
Well, you know what? I bet for everybody watching at home, it did not go out the way that you expected it, regardless of whether you liked it or not. It was just high energy from start to finish.
High energy, and BU just suffering losses on its penalties. Those are going to be a killer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tail of the tape right now. You know, you want to say something good about BU, but frankly, it's just been those penalties that have held them back. And when you look at the Michigan hockey team this year and how good they've been offensively, if you give them those chances, they're going to bury them.
Now, you did a ranking of the top teams in the Big Ten. Do you mind if we can come back to the game, but do you want to give us a rundown of what you expect in Big Ten play once that gets underway?
Certainly. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, Michigan Daily /sports, but had Minnesota coming in at your number 1 for the Big Ten hockey rankings this year. Number 2, I had Notre Dame. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 4, Michigan. number 5, Penn State, 6, Wisconsin, and 7, Michigan State. Maybe a little bit of an info dump there, but we can go through that if you'd like.
Yeah, take me through it. You said Minnesota coming in on top.
Yep.
Now, why do you give them that top ranking? What are you looking for out of them this year?
You know, you're looking at a team that advanced deep into the Frozen Four last season. Is returning just a load of talent as well as acquiring new talented pieces. A top 5 pick in this most recent NHL draft. Logan Cooley is joining the squad as a forward. And this is a team that looks primed to go right back to the Frozen Four as they were last year. You look at Notre Dame, number 2. That's a team that just knows its scheme. They're old, they're physical, they have their identity, and they're going to ride that out. They're going to be a tough team to beat. Michigan did get past them in the Big Ten semifinals of the Big Ten tournament last year, but it's going to be a tougher task this year. And then at an upset, I had number 3 Ohio State, maybe ruffling a little feathers, especially in Yost, but
they've got the Scoro going on for those of you wondering about all that noise in the background. It looks like someone might have made it, someone wearing a BU shirt. But back to Ohio State, 3rd ranking.
Yep, you're looking at Jakob Dobbs in net for Ohio State. He is, in my opinion, the best goaltender in the Big Ten. And, you know, maybe some of the fans listening tonight know the story of Igor Shesterkin and the New York Rangers. And when you have a goalie that can take you places, you're going to go far. And then, you know, team of the night, number 4, University of Michigan. Lower than what some other people had them. I know a lot of people who had them in 2nd or 3rd, but despite what we've watched tonight, they have a 4-0 lead. Maybe making me look bad, making my predictions look a little bad. But the fact of the matter is they're a young team. They're the youngest team in the NCAA across all D1 teams. New interim head coach in Brandon Arado. Despite his strength and knowledge in the hockey world, it's difficult to have sustained winning with such a young team. So,
yeah, they're doing a good showing here against BU. What have you seen that you've liked so far out of this Michigan program?
Yeah, you know, I think it's easy to just chalk it up to penalties, but the fact of the matter is they certainly, as we have some more success, but it's easy to chalk it up to penalties, but they've been finishing their chances. And I think that's one thing. We spoke with Coach Narado earlier this week, you know, coming out to practice and all that. And he said it's all about finishing your checks, finishing your opportunities. All the penalties in the world don't mean anything if you can't put it in the back of the net. So,
yeah, that's a great quote there. John Tondor, you can read all his coverage, MichiganDaily.com, under the sports section. Anything you want to touch on before we wrap up here?
Before we wrap up, you know, stay tuned. Owen Crain, one of the best in the business. So thank you for having me on, brother.
Yeah, let me know if your other – I know you had some other people from the Daily over here. If they want to come on, they're welcome to. Just let them know. We've got some time here, about 11:25 before period 2 puck drop is underway. John Tondor, again, thanks for joining us on WCBN.
Thanks so much.
We'll be back with more coverage in just a moment. Keep it here, the WCBN YouTube. We'll leave our mic on. You can enjoy the Michigan Hockey Band, whatever music they're playing over the PA. We'll see if any other daily sports writers want to join us. Stevie, back on the headset. Any comments before we head to intermission?
Not much. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see how this game plays out when we do get some 5-on-5 time. But so far, so good here for the Wolverines.
All right. Well, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Puck drop in the 2nd period. Stevie on the play-by-play call. We'll see you then. Keep it here, WCBN. WCBN back with more intermission coverage. Charlie Papalardo, another one of the daily sports writers. We heard from John Tondora earlier. Charlie, we were just talking about those 2 5-minute major penalties that we saw pretty early in the first period. 3 goals Michigan scored on those 2. Let's start off. Did you think that those were major penalties? Did they warrant the crime?
Yeah, I think they did. I think especially with that first one, I mean, it was a hockey play, but it's one that the refs are going to have to call. And then that second one on Brindley, it was pretty clearly a dirty hit. He kind of drove by, hitting the back of the head from behind. I mean, at a certain point, you can play hockey, but sometimes the rules are there because when you break them, you got to get called. And so, if you're a BU fan, it's obviously unfortunate. You don't want something like that to happen, but it worked out. It's a perfect storm for Michigan because Naurato emphasizes the power play so much. For them to have 4 minutes kind of unadulterated to do whatever the heck they wanted on the power play, they made the most of it, absolutely. And that's why they put 3 pucks in the back of the net.
Yeah, a great opportunity for Michigan. Now, let's talk about BU. Not a bad team, ranked 9 in the country. They kind of shot themselves in the foot. You say that the crime warrants the punishment. I personally agree. How do they come back now with this 4-goal deficit?
So what BU has is they have speed, right? And Michigan has the exact same thing. So when you saw those first few minutes when BU and Michigan were going at it, it was really impressive because against Lindenwood, that's not what Michigan looked like. Lindenwood slowed Michigan down. But it was a track meet against BU, right? Those first few minutes, BU almost put one in the back of the net multiple times. So they have the speed to do it. And what they're going to need to do, they're going to need to play hard. They're going to need to play hard-nosed, check Michigan off the puck, but they also need to be disciplined the whole time because they have the speed to make to basically take odd man rushes. That's the one thing Michigan looked bad with against Lindenwood. They gave up several odd man rushes and that led to pucks in the back of the net because Portillo was left out to dry. So if BU can catch Michigan leaking up on in their own zone and break out, get a 2-on-1, 2-on-0, that's how they're going to put pucks in the back of the net, and that's how they can come back.
A Beanpot team from Boston with a lot of speed. We'll see if they can cut this deficit down in the second period. Any final thoughts?
No, it should be fun to watch. I think right now up 4-0, Michigan's likely going to win this game, but a lot can be learned from how the final 40 minutes go here. You're going to really get a chance to see Michigan play against a really good team because even though BU's down 4-0, they're down 4-0 because of weird circumstances. Naurato called the game last weekend a goofy game. This one's even goofier, but now if you see 40 minutes of straight hockey, you're going to see two good teams going at it, and you can learn a lot.
And we'll see Michigan play with that nice padding of a 4-goal lead. Thank you again, my friend, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Owen.
You can read all the Daily's coverage, michigandaily.com. We'll be back about 5 minutes with Period 2 action from Yost.
Hello and welcome back to WCBN's continuing coverage of Michigan hockey as we bring you the second period of the Michigan Wolverines versus the Boston University Terriers. I'm Stevie McGregor, joined by Owen Crain. And Owen, what are you looking forward to in this the second period?
I think if BU doesn't shoot themselves in the foot like they did last period, we see a clean period of play. I'm excited to see how Michigan plays out against top-ranked Boston University team. Michigan number 6, BU number 9. And Michigan's got a pad. They can try some things out here. 4 goals in the lead. This is an opportunity to see what this team is truly made of.
Yeah, and definitely going to see some more work for the defensive zone, or the defenders, and Eric Portillo in the second period, as they were kind of let off the hook a little bit by the multitude of penalties taken by the Terriers. As we see this second period start off, deep in the Wolverines' end, as Marcus Stappa picks up the puck, and he's fought for along the boards, and it's out to the point to Gallagher. He plays it back to his D partner. Shot blocked by Marcus Stappa, and Luke Hughes is able to corral the puck as he spins around, plays it around the boards to Nick Granowitz, as he gets knocked down by Ethan Phillips, and the puck is feathered out towards center ice, but BU is still able to control it. It's fought for and neutralized, as looked like Matt Brown just lost the puck there, but able to recorral it as he comes out right out in front. Blocked shot right there, as Luke Hughes able to skate up with the puck, and he sends that one out of play. Looks like it was deflected, but it will be a defensive zone draw here for the Wolverines. It's BU putting on some early pressure.
Yeah, BU looking, they've got a 4-goal deficit to cut here. So their task really laid out ahead of them. They're going to need to be aggressive if they want to start to cut this deficit. Looks like
we'll have a timeout here for the Wolverines, as I think because they were the ones who played the puck out of play, they are not able to substitute, and now with a timeout they will be able to substitute, get some of those tired legs off the ice.
Interesting choice, however, this early into the second period. I'm wondering what the strategy is, because I haven't seen any line changes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe maybe so far in the second period, Brendan Naruto has seen something that he's not really liking out of the Wolverines, and he wants to just have a quick little chat, reinforce those points from the intermission. But we will see the Wolverines change lines for this defensive zone draw. It looks like it'll be star freshman Adam Fantelli taking the draw up against Wilmer Skoog for the Terriers. As Skoog wins that cleanly, out to McCarthy. That's rifled around. McCarthy plays it to Tuck. He sends one across to the end board, as it's corralled by Boston and skated out around and looking for a pass as Lane Hudson. He plays it to McCarthy. He fans on that one, as he was able to get enough of it where it stayed in the offensive zone, but now fought for as Mackie Samoskevich is able to pick it up and play it over to Dylan Duke, as Keaton Pearson shoots it around the boards to Mackie Samoskevich. But BU again able to control the puck, and we got fighting for right at the Wolverines blue, or the Terriers blue line. It's now Gavin Brindley sends it in, and we will not get an icing call, as played out to center ice. Seamus Casey passes it over to Rucker McGorty as he establishes control in the offensive zone. But now we got a 2-on-1 here for the Terriers, as Peterson carries the puck up, and he takes a shot right out in front. Nice pad save there from Portillo. And now Jackson Hallam looking to get out on the break, but that stretch pass unable to find him. Rucker McGorty doing a nice job there. Fired a pass across ice to Gavin Brindley, just unable to corral it. And BU plays it along the boards as Wilmer. Nice job there to evade that check from McGorty and play the puck up. But Luke Hughes now controlling for the Wolverines as he wraps that around the boards, plays it to Jackson Hallam, comes back to Jacob Truscott. And Luke Hughes, he's kind of dummied the puck there, but he will not get the call as he was in position to play the puck, so no call there as it's played down into the BU end. And that one looks like it'll get all the way down for a Boston Terriers icing as the Wolverines will have an offensive zone draw.
And that was quite the few minutes there without a whistle. Ever important that you can get some line changes in. And in a sport like college hockey, so many turnovers in the neutral zone. Plenty of chances to get some fresh legs out there. Wolverines putting on some offensive drives here, but BU responding in time.
You see Luke Hughes, nice stick handle and to get past the first man, but he's unable to connect with Ciccolini as now BU carries it up. And they'll send one in and get a line change. Philip LaPointe sends that out to center ice, but corralled there by the Terriers as they send a shot from neutral ice in. Eric Portil able to easily knock that one aside as now looks like Philip LaPointe, but he's unable to complete that pass. Nice stick there from Luke Hughes to snuff out that break as another nice play there from Luke Hughes as now we got a little skirmish as Hughes blocked the shot, and then it looked like Sam Stevens took exception to the little push that Luke Hughes gave as he was taking that shot, and it looks like both men will go to the box as we'll get offsetting penalties. Yes, it is Sam Stevens going to the box, and Luke Hughes going to the box for the Wolverines.
Tough loss for the Wolverines with Hughes off to the box. He's a weapon for Michigan, especially after they lost so many of their power players last year to the NHL. But evens out, will stay they'll do 4-on-4 here. 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, 16:33 remaining in the second.
Yeah, and this is one of those times you would love to have Luke Hughes out of the ice because his skating ability is just something that really can turn the game on its head. As we see BU able to control it, but nice play there by the Wolverines as Seamus Casey able to pick up the puck, play it out to Steve Holtz. He finds Jay Karanen. Ooh, had trouble getting it out, but able to get a shot on, but nice shave there by Comesso as he knocked it down and then was able to find it out in front of him. That'll be a defensive zone draw for the Terriers.
And Stevie, in the 4-on-4 situation here, it really does open up the ice, having one less man per team out there. The Wolverines are a team that thrives with the ability to make plays like that, especially on offense. They're a younger team than they were last year, but we really saw success from them on the 4-on-4. I'd expect to watch them make some space the next minute and a half on this 4-on-4 play.
Yeah, I mean, athleticism and speed has just been a seemingly constant characteristic for the Wolverines, and I mean that lends itself to having more ice, less players to play around. As we see Keaton Pearson play the puck as Mackie Samoskevich. Nice play there to Jacob Truscott. Ooh, and a nice play there by Lane Hudson as he blocks that shot up and around the cage. As Boston able to control, as that's played over to Wilmer Skog as he gets into the Michigan zone, but nice defense play there by Keaton Pearson as he's able to get it. Mackie Samoskevich played it over to Adam Fantelli, and ooh, nice stick there again from Lane Hudson as he's able to break up that play, but Seamus Casey able to pick up the puck, and he plays it back to Adam Fantelli. Steve Holtz, and ooh, great pass there, and a goal! Oh my goodness, Dylan Duke coming right off the bench. It was a miss. Seamus Casey shot missed the net, bounced off the end board, right onto the stick of Dylan Duke, and he happily puts it home from that short angle and makes it 5-0 Michigan.
I'm blown away, Stevie. That was gorgeous. Oh my God, you couldn't have scripted it better than that. Just the drive in to the net. What a perfectly placed, and I know it wasn't intentional, but a perfectly placed shot leads to Wow. I don't even have the words to contextualize this play, what I just saw. Just the absolute drive in for that rebound was fantastic. Wolverines up 5-0. Didn't expect to be saying that, huh?
Oh, coming into the first real test of the season for the Wolverines, and so far, you got to say they're passing it with flying colors. There's a Seamus Casey shot. Oh my goodness, another goal. And this has just not been the night for Drew Comesso, as Casey just drove in uncontested seemingly through a couple of BU carriers and fired a wrist shot into that upper left-hand corner. And it's just adding insult to injury here for BU, as they will pull their goalie now, and Vinny Duplessis, their backup from Quebec City, will now come into the game.
Not a good start for the boys from Boston.
No, not. We were looking to see some more even strength hockey, maybe see BU get back into this game, but Wolverines has been able to keep their foot on the gas.
Credit to Michigan, though. That was 2 fantastic goals. I mentioned earlier, 4-on-4 really gives them the opportunity to make some space, and we've seen them do just that. That great shot from about the mid-range of the Terrier zone, that first play, just to dive in to score that goal. Wolverines do a great job making plays.
So see Jackson Hallam now controlling the puck as Luke Hughes out of the box as he plays one out in front. Ooh, good stick there, as Luke Tuck was there to break up that play. Oh, and Luke Tuck back and forth, 1-2, and Luke Tuck puts one away, as Matt Brown and Luke Tuck were just playing 1-2s back and forth as they had a 2-0 with Eric Portillo, and that will make it 6-1 to the Michigan. But Austin able to get on the board as they were able to scrape out that puck from the neutral zone and get a 2-0 opportunity.
So we're 5 minutes 40 seconds into the second period. Michigan scored twice, BU scored once, and that 2-0 was just a really interesting formation, how that came together. Just an opportunity right straight out of the Terriers' territory. BU goes on the run, 2-0. They just keep passing it back and forth until one of them finds an open net. They finally do. So 5-goal deficit now for the Terriers as they get on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this action has just been fast, furious, and non-stop so far, as we see Wolverines controlling it behind the board. And there's a nice hit there from Luca Fantilli as he lays out Jeremy Wilmer of the Terriers, as we see a shot go wide from the point as Copeland missed the net. As we see BU able to control the puck as Ciccolini fighting for it on the boards. He sends it out to center ice for TJ Hughes to go chase. And a nice play there from Hughes as he was able to get that in, but unfortunately for the Wolverines, Boston able to control it as Marcus Stappa, as Nolan Moyle now carrying it up, and we see a shot go wide. We see Marcus Stappa sending it around the boards to Nick Granowitz as he loses an edge and falls over, but still fought for down there as Nolan Moyle now fighting for the puck with Cade Weber. As we see that puck saucered out to center ice, as Steve Holtz will now collect for the Wolverines, and he tries to play a stretch pass that is broken up in the neutral zone. And now the Terriers will dump it on deep, and Eric Portillo will play the puck a little dangerously, as a couple of Terriers bearing down on him. You see this fourth line for the Terriers coming out. Ooh, puck floating around out there, out in front, as you see Marcus Stappa. Now Nick Granowitz fighting for it. Another shot deflected just wide as Sam Stevens looked to get in on the action. And now we see puck fought for down low as these fourth lines are going back and forth. This puck is continuing to stay in the Wolverine zone, but no real clear-cut chances to speak of so far for BU as Nick Granowitz fights behind the cage, and now Eric Portillo says, let's stop this scrappy play, and he grabs the puck and freezes it.
I mean, Michigan right now carries 7 defensemen. 7 defensemen will dress for the Wolverines. Of those 7, 3 of them have been drafted in the NHL. That is one of the Wolverines' strongest suits as a program, and we can see it with BU. They had a lapse there. BU got a 2-0, and they managed to score. that was when the defense wasn't even there. When they're there, they're holding BU to the outsides of the zone, the corners here, whether it be the point or behind the net. They're doing a great job keeping that puck away from the crease.
Ooh, a little snapshot there off the face-off from Wilmer Skoog, as that is corralled by Eric Portillo, and we'll have another face-off between Adam Fantelli and Wilmer Skoog. You see BU controlling it as it comes right in, and we see a shot as Eric Portillo can't find the puck, and it looks like the puck got into the net, but it'll be waved off, and it'll be another face-off, as it looked kind of like the puck was frozen, but then BU continued to fight for it, and it kind of eventually scraped over the line. But Wolverines will take that defensive zone draw.
A little bit of a tussle again. BU with an opportunity, but they're not going to win the game on tussles like this alone. Down 5, they really need to put a game plan together and start to move this puck around Michigan's zone without nearly as much impedance from the Michigan defense. How do they do that? I don't know, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverines have been defending as a group. I mean, laying their bodies in front of shots. It's been an impressive all-around performance, as we see a shot deflected that, again, may have gotten through to Portillo, but Jacob Truscott will take it and clear it down, and I believe that will be an icing. Yes, it will. Not what the Wolverines were looking for, but we'll come back for a defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
Now, I wish we had some statistics. Our statistics sheet online is not updated. The scoreboard showing Michigan with 16 shots and BU with 2. I think that was the end of the first, though. But Michigan dominating nonetheless. And whenever those shots are from, they do tell a story for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, both teams have had opportunities. The Wolverines obviously having the lion's share of them, but you see the Wolverines able to pick it up, and Gavin Brindley chasing after the puck into the BU zone as he harasses John Copeland, and now that puck is out to center ice. Keaton Pearson tries to play it for the Wolverines. Nice stick there, as Jake Harrinan will fight alongside Ethan Phillips as he's able to win that battle, but puck still in the Wolverines defensive zone, but controlled by Keaton Pearson. He plays a pass that just misses Jackson Hallam, and that will go down as yet another icing and another defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
The Wolverines struggling to maintain offensive momentum right now. They don't necessarily need it, but BU putting on a show in Michigan's territory. They haven't had many opportunities, but they're doing a good job controlling, putting on that forecheck whenever Michigan has control of the puck.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job of making it hard for the Wolverines to break the zone, but unfortunately for them, they just haven't had much to show for it. As you see, yet again, here come the Terriers as it's skated around and now controlled. Pass out to the point for McCarthy, and he passes off to Hudson. He takes a shot. That's just high and wide, and that rattles around the boards and out to the neutral zone. And now we see it battled for, and it looks like BU's able to control it. But here we have a break as Adam Fantelli picks up the puck. He's one-on-one, and great chase there, and Semiskevich with the rebound, able to put it away for the Wolverines.
Mackie Semiskevich knows exactly what he's doing, coming in 1 second behind, picking up that rebound. I think I taught him that in extreme weather. That was a beautiful play from him there, and he read it very well. First goal we'll see led up from Vinny Duplessis.
Yeah.
And for BU after they pulled Drew Camesso. Make that a 7-1 game, Stevie.
Yeah, and with 10:09 still left in the second period, we're only halfway done with this game. But yeah, just a great play there by Samiskevich, sensing that since Fantilli was in on the breakaway, that there was probably going to be a rebound, and he was right there, able to send it up over the shoulder of Duplessis, and the Wolverines reestablishing their 6-goal lead. So now we see BU playing it in their own zone, and a nice hit there by Steve Holtz as the Wolverines will pick it up in their defensive zone. Steve Holtz playing the puck behind the Wolverine cage, and he will slow it down and look for an option as he plays it off to Seamus Casey. He looks for an option. TJ Hughes able to grab it, but unable to corral it as Ty Gallagher will pick it up from the Terriers. And then opportunity there for Tuck as nice pad save there by Portillo, but puck still in the defensive zone for the Wolverines. A shot wide as now down below the net and around to the point to Ty Gallagher as he stick handles past Seamus Casey. Ooh, nice play there. And it looks like we will get a penalty. Looks like we're gonna get a stoppage and a penalty on Michigan and Steve Holtz as he took down Ty Gallagher trying to cut towards the net. So Boston will get their first power play opportunity of the night as we take a TV timeout. And Owen, what have we seen so far?
Well, first off, Holtz called for tripping, so we'll see an opportunity for BU here. 2 minutes, 5-on-4, down 6. I believe that hockey's one of those games that really can come down to the last few minutes, but up 6, the Wolverines have a very strong lead, one that is not often seen throughout NHL or college hockey, at least between two top 10 teams. And BU needs to start now. Like, they really should put a goal in, put the puck in the net here on this power play if they want to get their comeback underway. I think we've seen a Wolverine team that hasn't necessarily been on top of things as much as they were in the first period, but yet they're still dominating somehow. It's very confusing because BU's dominated with possession, but the Wolverines have scored more this period still.
I mean, I think that just comes down to the class that the Wolverines have on the puck on the offensive side of the zone. They're just doing really great things offensively. I mean, creating chances like it's going out of style, and I mean, putting away those chances just with a clinical ability. So we see Wilmer Skoog versus Marcus Stappa in the face-off circle. Just to the right of Eric Portillo, as we see Estapa fall down. Not sure where the puck is. It looks like it's under Estapa as he's kind of getting jabbed at.
He's not happy.
As we see a pass out front from Matt Brown, unable to find the BU stick, as Brown able to control it again. Plays it down below the goal line to Wilmer Skoog. Off to Fensor. One-timer there. But Jay O'Brien sends that wide. And the Wolverines battling for it as Trushcott unable to clear the zone. Fensor does a nice job of keeping it in. And now O'Brien carrying the puck as nice sticks there for the Wolverines, kind of stopping any momentum that they could get, that the Terriers can get going. As Nolan Moyle able to pick up the puck. Nice defensive play there from Luke Hughes and Jacob Trushcott to get the puck away, and Nolan Moyle, the beneficiary, able to clear it down the ice for the Wolverines. Now about a minute left in the power play for the Terriers as they skated into the Wolverine zone. As Wilmer, with a little bit of open ice, passes off to Fensor. One-timer there from Jay O'Brien, but nice pad stave from Portillo, and Wolverines able to clear it out to center ice. We see Tuck playing it into Wilmer as a nice stop there, as Portillo just ate up that angle. Wilmer coming at him from his right side, and Portillo just kind of turned it into a brick wall there. Just didn't look like anything was getting by him, as he will freeze that for defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
So BU with an opportunity coming in from the corners, but they still unable to create some sort of sustained offense at the center of Michigan's zone. That house that we call in hockey around the goal, essentially just a box around the goal from the top of the circles and down. We really haven't seen BU penetrate Michigan's house there.
No, not at all. They've been playing on the outskirts of the ice, and got to give credit to the Wolverines defense, because I mean it's obviously been a clear point of emphasis for them, and they've done a great job of it. As we see Lane Hudson controlling it at the point for BU as he sends a shot. That's deflected, but up and over as Jacob Truscott will clear that down the ice, and that looks like it'll do it for the penalty as Steve Holtz will come out of the box. BU trying to get into the zone again. Green plays it. Nice pass there, and great save as Sam Stevens had a great golden opportunity there, but a nice pad save there from Portillo as he's able to keep it to a 6-goal game as it's sent down the ice. As now Adam Fantilli controls it in the offensive zone for the Wolverines.
Gorgeous blind behind the back pass there, BU, to set up that scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and we see a pass rifled in there from Keaton Pearson, but unable to find anybody. And that one will get flipped up and out of play, and that will be an offensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
And Stevie, it's really tough. I know. I mean, color commentary is tough in hockey, but it's tough to contextualize what we're seeing. It's really a back and forth game, and I just can't tell if I'm seeing sustained offense from BU or not. I don't think I am.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing them with the puck in Michigan's defensive zone, but they just haven't been able to do anything with it. Ooh, as we see, McGordy thought he could, and we see a breakaway for Hudson as he takes a shot. That one, nice save by Portillo. As we saw Quinn Hudson able to get out on the break for the Terriers.
A little bit of Michigan miscommunication there.
As we see a pass out in front, and that one unable to find a BU player as the Wolverines will clear that down the ice. As, good check there by Fensor on Philip LaPointe as he's sent into the boards. And the Terriers will carry it up. Sam Stevens playing it across neutral ice. As that's unable to connect, as Marcus Stoppel will clear the puck for the Wolverines. Plays it to Nolan Moyle, and play was just offside for the Wolverines. As that face-off will come out to the neutral zone.
So play remains 7-1, 5:22 remaining in the second period. And again, in this back-and-forth matchup, we'll end up in the neutral zone, emblematic of the state of this game. That said, Michigan still with more opportunities. So the shots we were talking about officially off right now. The scoreboard showing no shots from Michigan, 1 from BU. That is incredibly incorrect. Michigan definitely leading in shots. They're the team controlling the pace of this game right now, but we've seen more from BU in the second than we did in the first.
Yes, that's for sure, and I think it's been them staying out of the box that's really helped them kind of establish a little bit of a foothold in this game. And you can't really say they have, considering they're down 6 goals. But Luke Hughes with a shot as that's deflected. Ooh, Dylan Duke with an opportunity right on the doorstep, but a nice save there from Duplessis. As Fantilli, nice stick work as he tried to get it through the legs of that Terriers defender, but unable to do so as they will carry it up as Jay O'Brien plays it as that goes back to the point to Lane Hudson. He takes a shot. That's deflected down there by Dylan Duke out to central ice. Nice play there in the defensive zone for the Wolverines, and it looks like we'll get an offsides as for Boston as that face-off will come out to central ice. The pace of this game has definitely slowed down a bit. Wouldn't you say, Owen?
I would agree. We've slowed down. I think it's been a reset. WCBN, I won't be here. The WCBN will have coverage of Sunday's game, and we'll see if BU takes a moment to reset. I don't know maybe they're going to the football game tomorrow, enjoying themselves in Ann Arbor. We'll see what they do, though, because they need to come in with a completely different mindset to play this Michigan team.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan has just been killer in the offensive zone. I mean, it seems like basically every chance is there's an icing from the Wolverines as that will come down into the defensive zone.
This environment is nothing new to BU. They play in front of packed crowds. They play in the Beanpot. Hockey East is one of the most popular hockey conferences in the country. They just have fallen apart, and penalties have cost them, but in regular play, the Wolverines are outskating the Terriers right now.
Yeah. I mean, so far the Wolverines have just, I mean, even when they've kind of slowed down in this game, they've looked on cruise control. As we see an opportunity right out in front, that's knocked away as Tuck controls it. Gallagher with a shot that just deflects wide for the Terriers. As we see a little bit of scrambling here from the Wolverines, as we see Nolan Moyle control the puck, and Keaton Pearson able to carry the puck down, and able to get it out to center ice, but unable to keep control of the puck. But BU just dumps it back in, and Keaton Pearson able to play it out to Marcus Stappa. Plays it to Nolan Moyle, but Moyle's pass unable to connect back to Estapa. And BU will have it as Tuck chases it. Eric Portillo making a kind of an audacious play there coming out, but it works as Jackson Hallam carrying it up for the Wolverines as he leaves that puck to go into the corner. Ooh, a nice play by McGordy right out in front. Gavin Brindley, oh, just missed the net. Great feed there from Rucker McGordy as Steve Holtz plays it out in front as that puck is deflected. As Seamus Casey picks up the puck now as he plays it over to Gavin Brindley. His slap shot, that one is deflected by Cade Weber up and into the netting, and that will be a defensive zone or an offensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
2:56 left in the second. Wolverines again with that forecheck, doing a great job recovering the puck from BU and keeping the pressure on once they have it. We saw signs of life from BU about midway through the second, or early in the second. Those signs are gone now, Stevie. I'll tell you that. The Wolverines have this game, and they're dominating.
Yeah, I mean, they've just kind of been able to cruise. I mean, they got that early lead as we see a shot out in front by Ciccolini, easily patted away as Truscott pinches down, and TJ Hughes is able to corral the puck for the Wolverines, and now Luke Hughes pinches down as LaPointe gambled there but unable to get it. But nice play there. Nice play on the back check by Ciccolini as it looks like we will get a penalty.
This one's going to be on the Wolverines.
Yeah, it looks like Ciccolini a little too aggressive, came down with a slash, and he will be in the box for 2 minutes. And with 2:29 remaining in this second period, we will see BU on the power play for essentially the rest of this period. And we'll see if they can get one back. Maybe they can give themselves some confidence that they can make this game a little more interesting going into this third period.
I feel like I'm repeating myself, but BU should not go into the third with a 6-goal deficit. Put one on the board here, reassess, and a five-goal third is tough, but it's not unfeasible. It can happen. Just score here.
Yeah. As we see Fensor controlling the puck for BU as he sends a shot, but nice block there, and Adam Fantilli able to corral it, send it down the ice for the Wolverines. And now Mackie Samoskevich chases, and nice play on the penalty kill there from Samoskevich, able to eat up a few valuable sections, battling for the puck with Fensor, but Phillips able to carry the puck up, pass right out in front, but unable to connect, and Samoskevich yet again clears it down the ice. And had a little collision there with Samoskevich and Luke Hughes running into each other as we see Matt Brown bring it in as he wraps it around the net as he looks for a pass, finds Fensor. Ooh, shot pass to O'Brien right there. His shot, or his deflection rather, unable to find the net, but Luke Hughes able to carry it up. And now Marcus Stappa, we kind of got a 2-on-2 opportunity. Great play there. Oh, Nolan Moyle. Great pass from Marcus Stappa, but Nolan Moyle unable to convert the chance as Vinny Duplace with a nice stop there, stayed big and made a nice stop on that short-handed opportunity.
I think it's fair to say, Stevie, the Wolverines have had as many opportunities as BU has so far this penalty kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's been impressive for the Wolverines. I mean, a lot of this game has been played with the special teams, and they've looked very, very good on all fronts as Gavin Brindley fighting it with some BU players to try to get that puck, but BU able to corral it. And now Wilmer will play it back to Lane Hudson as he controls it into the zone, plays it off to Peterson as his pass is a little off target, and now Pearson fights for it. Tuck wraps it around the board as we now have 1 minute of play remaining with about 30 seconds left in the period, and that pass goes off of a skate and out to neutral ice, and Green will play it for the Terriers. We get Alex Tuck, and it looks like we got another penalty coming up. And it looks like, yep, we will get BU going to the box. That will be Jeremy Wilmer. Just another little slash there in the neutral zone. Just kind of an undisciplined penalty. And just kind of characteristic of the night here for BU. I mean, just taking too many penalties.
I think that's a great way to describe it. Sloppy, bad call by BU. They're going to start the third down a man now, 16 seconds until Michigan's up on the power play.
Yeah, and Samoskevich passes out to Trushcott. Slap shot there from Luke Hughes off of a stick, goes wide. And now we will see the Wolverines penalty expire as BU plays it down the ice, and Quinn Hudson tries to play it down, but unable to do so as BU again controls it. As there's about 15 seconds left in this period. Ooh, giveaway in the neutral zone as Luke Hughes able to corral it, but nothing much coming of it. And Luke Hughes with it. Dylan Duke right out in front. Ooh, unable to connect with Maggie Samoskevich, and that will do it for our second period. Our score, Michigan 7, Boston 1. Just another dominating period here for the Wolverines. Wouldn't you say, Owen?
What I see right now in the children of Yost is someone's holding a sign that says "sucks to be you," and it does suck to be BU right now. Down 6 to Michigan. Michigan only ranked 3 spots higher in the national rankings than Boston University. This is not a good look for the BU Terriers right now, and we have to look forward to the back because, you know, they scored 3, BU scored 1. After you go down in a period like that, in the first period, it's your goal to just win the period. BU had 1 goal, win the period, outscore Michigan, and they failed to do that. Michigan expanded its lead to 6, and I really don't see how the Terriers come back here.
Yeah, I mean, you were looking for BU to just try to get 1 on the board, start chipping away at the lead, but I mean, just took another penalty for both teams to make it 4-on-4. And as you were saying, Owen, Michigan thrives in that open ice, and that 4-on-4 really opened up the ice, and they were able to get 2 goals during those 2 minutes, and really just kind of put the game out of reach. I mean, because if Boston has been able to score, make it a 4-1 game, you think they might be able to fight back, but now that's a 6-goal game. Don't think there's much hope for Boston, for the Terriers tonight.
Yeah, keep it here. WCBN will have third period coverage as always. There's 20 minutes left. I'm eager to see what happens, but my hopes are not that high.
All right. I'm Stevie McGregor, along with Owen Crain, and we will see you in about 10 minutes when the third period starts.
Michigan. 7-1. The score, Michigan up over the Terriers of Boston University as we enter the third period. I'm Owen Crain, Stevie McGregor, my partner in crime today. And Stevie, didn't expect to be saying that score, huh?
No, not at all. I mean, the Wolverines have come out with just a fire lit underneath them. I mean, obviously that flame was stoked by the Terriers taking so many penalties, but it's been excellent here for the Wolverines so far. I mean, first big test of the year, new coach. How is the young team going to respond? And they've just come out and just played their game. And looking at the scoreboard, their game is pretty damn good.
Of course, it has been driven by penalties. That big 5-on-3 in the first period allowed Michigan to put 3, and those all scored on Drew Camiso. He has been pulled from the game. It's Vinny Duplessis in net, wearing number 31 in the away Reds. White stripes on the socks and jersey for Boston University. The Old Faithful, number 1, Eric Portillo, in net right now for the Wolverines, wearing number 1. The Buffalo Sabres commit. The Wolverines with 9 NHL commits. Sorry, I had to do some quick math in my head there. We're underway. The start of the third here from Yost Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Michigan up 7-1 over BU. Luke Hughes with the puck in the neutral zone. To TJ Hughes on the near side. Sam Iskevich heading up the ice. He'll enter BU territory. He's tripped up. We have a whistle here. Looks like it's going to be another BU penalty. This will be a 5-on-3 opportunity for Michigan. Don't forget, BU right now with number 16, Wilmer, in the box for the next 54 seconds.
Yeah, Cade Weber just kind of taking ill-advised penalties, just swiping the legs of Sam Iskevich. And again, Michigan going on the 5-on-3 power play. Not what you like to see if you're a Boston Terriers.
Sloppy mistakes BU cannot afford right now. Michigan up 5-on-3 for the next 50 seconds. Duke fishes it out of the corner. We'll actually have a quick Michigan penalty. Running it right back is number 19 for the Wolverines, Adam Fantelli. We've talked about him, star freshman for this program. He'll get the hooking call. That'll even us out back to 5-on-4 for the next 49 seconds.
I think we'll actually get some 4-on-3 action for a little bit, which will be interesting to see. As we earlier mentioned about the ability of Michigan to play in the open ice, and I mean they'll get a great opportunity to do that for this next 50 seconds.
Portillo will head to the bench for a moment.
Yeah, I think he's got a problem with his skate. Looked like there was something hanging off. He was talking to the referee, and it looks like they just kind of, I'm not sure if it was like a little shoelace. Who knows what it was, but it's over with the trainer getting that taken off. But
notably interesting that the Wolverines up 6 will leave Portillo in for the third. Noah West, the backup goalie for the program, a junior, coming in at 6'2" from Pittsburgh, Indiana. He's got a .916 save percentage in his career with the Wolverines, 9 wins, 7 losses. And Portillo stays in the game here. I guess against a team as good as BU, gets some good experience. He's taken plenty of shots. Again, we don't know how many. They stopped keeping track of the stats as this game kind of got away from the Terriers. So 7-1. We're playing 4-on-3 for the next 47 seconds. And again, Michigan thrives with that extra space on the ice. We'll see what they can do with it. It's Luke Hughes. He'll move it up to Sam Iskevich. He has TJ Hughes off to keep it. Heads into the corner in BU's territory. Back to Hughes at the point. He'll move it to TJ. TJ with Duke in front. Errant pass intercepted by BU. Turned back over to Hughes. Hughes to Sam Iskevich at the point. Mackey taking his time. Tip off a BU stick. That one's in front of the net. Duke can't control it. Luke Hughes recovers at the point on the near side. Sam Iskevich, midpoint, back to Hughes. One-timer. Deflected off the blocker by BU's goaltender. BU ices it back down to Portillo. He'll move it back to the neutral zone. Duke to Hughes. Hughes poked away. Good defense by Brown of BU. TJ Hughes recovers the puck. He'll move it to the near side. They're moving it up to McGordy. McGordy to no man's land in front of the net. Luke Hughes recovers at the point. Up to Duke. Duke to McGordy. Almost a perfect play set up there with Jackson Hallam, unable to obtain the pass intended for him. Quick run by BU as we're back to 4-on-4 play here for the Wolverines. The Wolverines recover in their own zone. They'll restart the drive here. Jackson Hallam with the puck up on the far side, driving into BU's territory. He'll go behind the net, driven out by the defenders. Casey at the point with the puck now off the pass. He'll dump it deep into BU territory. Number 23 for the Terriers is there without pressure. BU turns it over in the neutral zone, however. McGordy back with it at the blue line on the near side. He's under pressure. Comes away with it after an escape move. Quick shot. Misses the net. Back to the far side at the point. Wolverines still in control. Under pressure, however. Quick tussle for it at about the blue line. Terriers will come away with it. Move it to the near side. They're in the neutral zone now. Dump it in. This one called. Ref had their hand up for icing. It's waved off. We're back to full strength 5-on-5 on the ice. It was Casey with it. He'll move it over to Truscott. Truscott looks to get it in deep to Brindley, excuse me. Brindley around the net. 2 BU Terriers on him. He'll lose the puck. Pearson picks it up at the blue line, keeps it in for Michigan. They'll dump it back behind the net. It's on the far side now. And Brindley picks it up over there. Brindley. I'm all over the place tonight. I'm sorry. Moyle with it on the far side. He'll dump it in. That one gets back to the back of the net. And BU takes it. They'll come on a run. Turns it over to Pearson at about Michigan's blue line. Brindley with the puck now. He moves it up. Looks like that's Estapa with it. Estapa had Brindley. Errant pass turned over to BU. At about BU's blue line, and the Terriers look to dump it in. No icing called, even though it was past the red line. Holtz looks to get things started for the Wolverines. He's under pressure. Turns it over to BU's defense. They'll go D to D and cycle it back in. Dump and tip on the dump and chase. Goes back to Holtz, who sends it back to Michigan's blue line. TJ Hughes will pick it up there and send it over to the mid-neutral zone. Quick icing. That one's on net, so called off. The Wolverines look to cycle it around. Luke Hughes will keep it in and then let it out and hand it off to TJ Hughes. They work together as a team, even though they're not related. Back over to Hughes once more, who carries it through Michigan's zone and moves it up ice. It's in BU's territory now. The Wolverines moving fast. They'll turn it over to the Terriers, and we have a break here. It's number 17, Truscott, playing one-on-one defense. And 17 kind of gives a little bit of a shove in the face to Truscott. Good defense from him. The Terrier could not hold on to the puck very well at all. Ciuccolini playing defense here as a BU Terrier looks to whip it around the net. Out to the point. Aaron's shot is deflected into the netting. We'll have our first whistle in quite some time. 15:41 remaining in the third.
Yeah, just kind of a frantic pace, but not a lot of opportunities so far in this third period, which will suit the Wolverines well. I mean, sitting on a 6-goal lead, there isn't much that won't suit them well, but I mean, they'll definitely be happy that they've kept BU from getting many chances so far, and despite not having many of their own, they'll definitely be happy with the start to this third period.
We'll get back underway, but a quick whistle here. I'm not 100% sure what the call is. Do we have a penalty?
I think we have an offsides, I believe. Yeah, it looks like an offsides.
Offsides called. That's my bad. 15:33 still on the clock in the third. Michigan up 7-1 still. We'll take a face-off on the far side at the lip of the Terrier zone. They'll come out with control of the puck, enter Michigan territory, turn it over to Samaskevich quickly. Dylan Duke back behind the net. They'll move it over to Fantelli. Fantelli dumps it up by Samaskevich is there to receive it. He's under pressure. It's knocked back to Dylan Duke, who leaves it for Samaskevich. Beautiful play there. They'll move it cross ice to Casey on the far side, in the back corner behind the red line. He's under pressure as well. The Wolverines will whip it around back to Holtz at the blue line. He'll just barely manage to keep it in. Quick pass to the far side. One-timer. That one misses the net. Holtz, quick shot. That one high in the air, just above the net. BU will pick it up, but under pressure, flip it down the boards. Here comes a run for BU. It's Kaplan, one-on-one, defended by Casey. He'll look to cut in. Good defense from Casey will hold him off. And it looks like we have a delayed penalty, a cross-check here. I'm trying to figure out who it's on. Looks like it's on the Wolverines.
Yeah, Steve Holtz will go to the box for 2 minutes. And didn't really see where that penalty occurred, but it was a nice defensive play by Seamus Casey to kind of eliminate that goal-scoring opportunity for BU. But then he gets a stick on the puck, activates the delayed penalty, and now the Wolverines get another chance on the penalty kill.
Michigan showing off their strength, at least they have so far. BU with an opportunity to cut this deficit to 5. Luke Hughes, face-off win back to him. The Wolverines dump it down. By the way, Dependent Fanatic, great to have you back in the comments. Definitely missed you this fall. Terriers start things up in their own end. They'll move into Michigan's territory. We have an offsides whistle. It was number 18 for the Terriers, just getting a little too giddy. Jumping up a bit too fast, Jay O'Brien.
Yeah, and it kind of, I mean, early in this game, it looked like BU was kind of hanging around with Michigan. They were creating some chances, but it seems like that those early penalties just took the wind out of their sails, because they did not look like the same team that they looked like in that first period, because they were able to control a lot of possession in the offensive zone, and now it's turned into more of an even game, even with the Wolverines taking some penalties of their own in these last couple periods.
BU controlling the puck in Michigan's zone. Will get a shot off. That one just off the crossbar. Bounces back. Portillo scrambling. He's without his stick now. BU controlling. It's still in Michigan's zone. O'Brien with it low. They'll take it behind the net. The stick's in the way. Quick shot off. Portillo blocks that one. O'Brien with it again. They'll send it to the point fence. Sori whiffs on the one-timer. It's going to be Gregowitz coming down for the one-on-one. He'll get a shot off. Looked like Vinny Duplace. Didn't exactly know where that went. BU recovers the puck. And what an opportunity wasted there for Boston University off a whiff there from their left side defender. We're definitely going to... No call. There was definitely a hold. And we do have a delayed penalty on a BU defender. And BU... I'm sorry, I got excited there. Didn't fully describe the play. Let me start with that. We had a run by a Michigan offenseman, and the BU's defender just put their stick up and held them. And once you lose the puck, that is interference. There is no question about it. BU, once again, fails to take advantage of the opportunities presented to them. They'll call it a slashing. It's going to be number 60, or excuse me, number 20 headed to the box. Lane Houston.
Yeah, and there again, I mean, you had a great chance there for BU as you saw a shot ring off the post and come straight back. Not something you see every day, especially with the hockey puck. But then just a giveaway defensively leads to an opportunity for Nolan Moyle on the breakaway and just holds him up. And there goes your chance at the power play.
So we're even now for the next 30 seconds, 13-15 remaining in the period. BU controlling the puck, but under pressure. They'll turn it over to the Wolverines. Samiskevich with it in the neutral zone. He looks up ice. And they'll look for an opportunity here. It's Fantelli. Rips it around the boards. And that one ended up with Luke Hughes. He thought Samiskevich was at the blue line. He was not. Now Samiskevich under pressure from a Terrier. He'll go for the body instead of the puck. A little bit of a late hit there, but Samiskevich ended up on the ground. BU gets a shot off. That one's off the post. But the Wolverines, I thought they were going to come away with the puck. They turn it over once more to BU. And, Stevie, we're getting sloppy play here from Michigan.
Yeah, both teams, it kind of seemed like they may have fired all their bullets in these first two periods, as now we're kind of seeing this game, I mean, between two top 10 teams with a lot of talent. I mean, as we mentioned, a lot of NHL talent, 24 draft picks between each team, or between the two teams, rather. But yeah, started to see the exhaustion. I mean, it's been a physical game this far. So
Michigan will dump it into BU's territory. They've got a 30-second 5-on-4 power play here. McGordy controlling on the near side blue line. They'll pass it to Casey in front. Quick one-timer there. Nothing comes of it. McGordy will step up on number 12 of BU. That'll separate the player from the puck. Fantelli able to recover just inside Michigan's territory. Looks to Brindley on the near side. Brindley going up ice. It's deflected by a Terrier. They'll wrap it around the boards. Brindley gets there in time, controls it in the neutral zone. He's under pressure from O'Brien. He'll drop it back to Casey. Casey in the neutral zone starts to make a cut up here. He'll look towards the near side and cut back. We're even strength now, 11:26 remaining in the third. The Wolverines bring it behind the net. They look to Fantelli. on the near side blue line. He can't control. That one dribbles back into Michigan's territory where Fantelli recovers, and they look to set things up once more. Hughes with the puck on the near side in the neutral zone. He'll cut through the middle, look to the far side at the blue line. Ciccolini with it, heading up, cutting behind the net. He'll circle back, pass out to the point. Pearson with a shot, it's deflected in front. Puck back behind the net now. The Terriers will recover the puck. Looks like they're going to try to ice it. Good stop by Pearson using his body. Ciccolini picks it back up, Michigan territory. He looks up ice. Quick give and go to Hughes. Hughes almost had himself a move there. He'll lose control, and it will trickle right into the glove of Duplessis. We were talking about Michigan playing sloppy. A little bit of a recovery on that shift there.
Yeah. I mean, the passes were crisp on that shift, moving the puck around, and I mean, they're looking to. What I'm trying to see for this last 10:41 for Michigan is just play some smooth 5-on-5 hockey. It's kind of the way they have so far in this third period. Not rely on the power play, but just play some smooth 5-on-5 hockey.
Shot from Hughes off the face-off, and he'll score! Michigan expands their lead to 7 in an 8-1 game over Boston University.
Yeah, and then, right as we're saying, we want to see Michigan continue to just ease this game away. It's a snapshot there from Luke Hughes. Not sure if that may have caught a deflection off of a BU stick. It looks like it caught a slight deflection that just took it past Vinny Duplessis.
That was a gorgeous play. Wolverines win the face-off back to Hughes. He just rips one right off the stick, catching the top right corner of the net. And that's what every defender dreams of, that clean shot. Once it's off the stick, you know it's going in. Those are the best moments in hockey. Michigan up 8-1 over the Boston University Terriers. I did not expect this. The number 6 team in the nation up 7 on the number 9 team. BU looking to recover from it. Instead, it's Michigan controlling in their zone. Grangowitz tries to get a shot off. He's knocked down by a Terrier. Terriers playing some aggressive hockey now. Estapa will take a shot. That one deflected off the BU goalie. Someone's broken their stick on the ice. I'm not sure, Hugh. It looks like it was Nolan Moyle. Puck trickles down to Michigan's territory. Samaskevich controlling, stolen away by a Terrier. Fantelli comes in to pick it up. He'll look to the far side of the ice where Moyle is there to pick it up and send it up ice. Excuse me, that was Steve Holtz, rather. Wolverines with the puck in BU's territory. Holtz with it on the near side. He'll rip a shot. Blocker save by BU's goalie. Head back to Samaskevich on the far side at the point. Deflected after he took a shot. And as he tried to take it back into the blue line, refs think it trickled into the neutral zone. We've got a offsides called, 9:16 remaining in the third.
Yeah, just more of the same from the Wolverines. Just not really much in this game so far for the Terriers. I mean, it's not, even in this third period, when you're looking to kind of come out, you know you're probably not going to come back from the 6-goal deficit, but just give yourself something to build on for this game coming up on Sunday. And we just haven't really seen anything out of BU to indicate that they're going to do anything to kind of get back in this series.
I hope our listeners out there stick with us. We've got 9 minutes of coverage yet left, but this game's all but over, Stevie. The Wolverines, they've taken the baton, and they've got themselves a massive lead. Sprinting away with it now.
Yeah, it's been a very impressive performance here from the Wolverines. I mean, they struggled a little bit with Lindenwood, giving up a few more goals than you would have liked to see. But, I mean, Portillo's been rock solid tonight. That's not to mention the 8 spot that the Wolverines have put up against a very, very good Boston Terriers team.
Worth noting, that was our one TV timeout of the period. I do love the pacing of Big Ten hockey. Without that TV money coming after our precious time here, we get a nice little break once a period, but the fans don't have to sit through 12 media timeouts a period like they do in football and basketball. Wolverines coming back with it. I guess I've just been going after the TV networks today too, huh? Radio's where it's at, my friends, and it's the free medium, WCBN and WCBN.org. BU controlling in their own zone. They'll move it into the neutral zone. Turnover to Casey. Casey turns it right back over to Skoog of BU. Nice name. To the far side, Peterson dumps it into Portillo. Portillo behind the net, picks it up. They'll look to get something going. The Wolverines here come out of the scuffle with it. They'll turn it over in the neutral zone back to BU's captain. On the near side, a skate move, turns it back over to the Wolverines. BU somehow gets a stick on it and recovers. Here's O'Brien coming down on the near side. Looks far. Quick pass and shot off. Misses the net. That one ricochets back up to the near side, about the midpoint, where it's McGregor recovering it. Wolverines pass it around, try to move it through the neutral zone, turn it back over. Phillips with the puck now entering Michigan's territory. Shot attempt blocked by Brindley.
Just great back check there by Kevin Brindley.
Oh, beautiful. The Wolverines on top of their defensive play right now. Shot attempt from the near side point. Fensori, that one's over the net. BU recovers behind the net, turns it over to Michigan. It's McGregor. Sorry, I'm still learning these names here. That's my apologies. Didn't do my homework properly. McGregor dumps it in for the Wolverines into BU territory. Terriers recover. They'll ice it down. Here's the whistle. Looked like it might have tipped off someone's stick. The refs think not. 7:27 remaining in the third. Michigan up 8-1 over BU.
Yeah, and I mean, just to highlight that play by Kevin Brindley again, it's been a characteristic of the Wolverines today, which is something that you couldn't really say about them last year. They were not willing to put the body on the line like we have seen so far this game. I mean, a lot of these good opportunities for BU have been snuffed out by good defensive play, willingness to just sacrifice the body for the betterment of the team, which is very good to see, especially early in the year for the Wolverines.
Play returns. Luke Hughes recovers a turnover in the neutral zone. Puck ends up with Truscott back to Hughes on the near side. Hughes has TJ Hughes. Instead, he opts to look to Ciccolini. And it'll be TJ Hughes heading offsides into BU's zone. Ciccolini took a moment thinking with the puck at the blue line. It'll lead us to a whistle. 7:07 left in the third.
Yeah. And again, we get to see the magic of Luke Hughes. As he kind of got played a tough pass by Truscott with the BU forechecker bearing down on him, but he's able to just comfortably slide the puck past him and find the next pass. I mean, you can tell he's special every time he takes the ice.
That's a gorgeous recovery. Back in play, the Terriers will dump it into Michigan's zone. Estapa's there for it. Hard check for Estapa. A little bit from behind, no call on it. Hudson for BU, D to D. They'll move it back to Hudson at the point. He's at about the Big Ten logo on the ice and shifts on the far side, cuts in deep. Looks to Kaplan in front of the net. Can't get there. It's deflected by a Wolverine. The puck now just sitting at the Michigan's bench in the neutral zone. Wolverines recover, get it back to the D. They'll go D to D to Luke Hughes. He's under pressure, looks up ice, turnover to the Terriers. They'll dump it right back to him, and he has time now in Michigan's zone. Deep pass to Nolan Moyle. Moyle sends it into to Terriers territory, Dylan Duke will dump it back in after it cycles out. They say the puck got out for just a moment. Whistle blown, 6:16 remaining in the third.
Yeah, and I mean, the excitement has died down a little bit in this game as the stands have also thinned out. I mean, and understandably so, as this game does not look like it'll come down to the wire.
John Tondora, who we had on at the first intermission with the Daily, he's on their immediate game report, which they publish right at the conclusion of the game. I'm sure he's already got his article written. This game isn't going to change direction here. 6:14, BU down 7 to the number 6 Michigan Wolverines. Boston University ranked number 9 in the rankings. Sunday's game definitely an important one if BU wants to hold its spot. We'll see if Michigan moves up after this stunning performance. Up 8-1. Play resumes. BU was controlling in the neutral zone. They'll lose control for a moment and dump it into Michigan's territory. Pearson picks it up. He's got Samaskevich on the near side. A little bit of a tussle behind the red line. Complicates things. Samaskevich grabs it, sends it back to Pearson, deep below the net. Kiernan and Duke playing defense here on the pass out front. Nice pass, couldn't be handled by the Terrier. Puck trickles into the neutral zone, where the Terriers with an escape move send it into their own zone under pressure from Michigan. We've got Skoog on the near side. He'll enter Michigan's territory on a deep pass, but dumps it in under pressure. Portello recovers it, sends it to McGordy. McGordy behind the net. They'll look to Brindley on the far side, the near side rather. It was a cross-ice pass there. Hockey moves too fast for me here, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the game that Michigan likes to play, where it's just up and down, and BU as well. They like to play fast, and it just means that puck's moving up and down like crazy, which makes it very entertaining to watch, I will say.
I agree. They are a very well-trained team. They can move for long periods of time. I would not want to be at those practices. I'm sure many sprints to get them into the condition they are today. This team can go up and back, and Michigan really puts an emphasis on that back check, which you don't always see with hockey programs, but the best programs always have a stunning back check, and Michigan is there as well. Looking at the YouTube comments, Dependent Fanatic, Michigan was a little finesse last year. I do agree. I think this year offers them a unique opportunity to come together as a cohesive unit. McGordy, a shot in front of the net. He'll score! Michigan expands its lead to 8 in a 9-1 game over BU.
Yeah, and a 2-on-1 there. McGordy had an option to his left, opted for a snapshot. Just caught out Vinny Duplay, and Michigan just rolling again as they will save the puck on that one. That is Rucker McGordy's first college goal.
And that play came together real quick. That 2-on-1, it kind of jumped out at you there, and McGordy just went for the shot despite having an open man, and it was the right call. Michigan up 8 now. We were talking about them coming together as a more cohesive unit this year. I think you can see that in the diversity of who's scoring right now in the lineup. We've seen goals from everyone, or every spot in this lineup tonight. So BU will take a shot. That one's going to go in the net. It's waved off by the referee. Not quite sure what the call was there. The score will remain 9-1 Michigan.
Yeah, it did look... looked like Ethan Phillips was in too deep into the crease and didn't give Eric Portillo enough room to save that shot, so it was a 9-1.
Now that's one of those shots. It was a great play shot. Portillo didn't react, however, likely due to that placement. You wonder if BU's player wasn't in the wrong spot, if they would have at least been able to tack on one more. At this point, we've got 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the third. It's BU just fighting for its respect. It's coming out of this game. BU wants its dignity.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, this is just kind of preparing to send a message. These last 4 minutes, BU's kind of got to send a message that they're not going to lay down like they have in this game, in the series finale on Sunday.
So we're back with hockey on Sunday. We'll take a quick break for some maze-out action tomorrow from Michigan Stadium. And it is fall break for Michigan students, so I hope everyone's staying around for the maze-out. A lot of students came out to this sold-out game tonight. But a tough weekend being fall break with such great athletic events on campus. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best weekends of the year in terms of all-around sporting events. I mean, probably our best home game and football-wise, and then 2 great games between ourselves and the Carriers.
I mean, who expected it to be Penn State? I thought it would be the MSU game, but I mean, maybe a lot of people expected it. It might have just been me doing that wrong there, but it should be an interesting maze-out game, noon tomorrow. Call will be here on WCBN Sports' YouTube page. LaPointe controlling in BU territory. It's been back and forth since we got off topic. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the third. Michigan versus BU. The Wolverines up 8 over the Terriers in a 9-1 matchup. Under 3 minutes to play. The Wolverines controlling in BU's territory. As I say that, they'll turn it over to Weber, the defenseman. The Wolverines recover. It's TJ Hughes. Opportunity in front. They'll pass it to Holtz at the point. He'll take his time, move it to the left.
Ooh, nice move by Seamus Casey to evade the first defender.
Great escape move, like you said. He'll take a shot. It's off the blocker, the goalie. There's a one-timer ripped. That one's high enough to be a field goal tomorrow. 2:31 remaining in the third.
Yeah, something that I will note is I've noticed these past couple of line changes, there's definitely been some chippiness going on. And there we see it again as Philip LaPointe kind of throwing a shoulder at Dylan Peterson. And we'll see if he's penalized for it. I mean, the puck is not in play. But, I mean, the chippiness has not gone away. I mean, these teams don't seem to really like it. Don't really seem to like each other very much, but I mean the score sheet would tell a different story.
Absolutely. So we've got a break here. Not quite sure what we're talking about. Looks like the Wolverines have a penalty.
Yeah, and I think they're going to give Philip LaPointe, as he was coming off the ice, he just kind of gave a little shoulder into Dylan Peterson of the Terriers, and I mean, unfortunately, it's something you can definitely do when the puck's in play, but when you're just skating off to the bench, that'll draw a penalty.
And so BU is going to challenge here that penalty was a major, in fact. I don't want to be disrespectful, but with 2:31 remaining in the game, down 8, I'm not sure what difference those last 31 seconds make. Yeah, I guess I respect BU for playing to the end, but on the other hand, as a Michigan fan, I'm like, come on, guys, you should have put a few on earlier in the game. 2:31, down 8. This is what you're gonna have a qualm with?
Yeah, I don't know, because it didn't look. I mean, obviously, without the puck being in play, not really allowed to have much, if any, contact with opposing players, but I mean, it didn't look like much more than just a little shoulder nudge. Oh, and man, maybe a little headbutt action it looked like as well, but doesn't really seem like there was much in that. Now you get the call from the officials.
So Michigan receives the headbutt and game misconduct. So BU wins its challenge, huh? I might have spoken too soon. Maybe the coaches saw something the refs didn't. And good on them taking that opportunity.
Yeah.
So Michigan will finish this game, Stevie, down a player. We'll see if BU can capitalize. They failed to so far.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously not something you like to see from the Wolverines, especially from Philip LaPointe, one of your seniors. But I mean, one of your upperclassmen. But in the end, at least with this game, it doesn't really seem like it's going to have much effect on the outcome.
So he's disqualified. I don't know the NCAA rules well enough to know if he's eligible to play on Sunday now or not.
I do believe that since it's just a game misconduct, unless there's something found beyond that with the NCAA, I believe he's eligible to play. But again, this is just my own judgment and not really a full fact, I guess.
We've returned to play. I'm not quite sure what the children of Yost are chanting, but singing the Kernkraft 400, Penn State's fight song. Moyle with an opportunity in Michigan's the Terrier zone. He'll lose control of the puck into the corner. Luke Hughes controls in the neutral zone. He'll take it back, look to cycle it up ice. He'll ice it down. 1:44 remaining in the third period here. Michigan up 9-1. Terriers will fight for it in the corner. It's going to be with Marcus Stoppa, I believe. Moyle looking for it, poking at it. BU cycles it back into their own zone. Stoppa putting some pressure on behind the net. A little bit of an escape move, kind of a fail there for BU's defenders. He'll drop down. Terriers maintain control of the puck, but still held in their own territory with 1:15 remaining in the game. Penalty kill about a minute 20 in, not shaping up the way the Terriers hoped for. Grankowitz putting some pressure on the far side as BU enters Michigan's territory. Skoog looks to move it to the front of the net. No one's there to pick it up. Holtz grabs it, looks to ice it out. Picked up by the defender on the near side. Brown recovers the puck. Back to Fensor at the point. D to D. Looks for the shooting opportunity. Brown takes a shot. Good shoulder block from Portillo. Under a minute of play left. 45 seconds here in the third. Grankowitz looks to dump it out. Picked up by Fensor at the blue line. It's kept in by BU. The puck will deflect up into the netting. We'll have a whistle here. 36.7 seconds remaining. The third period with Michigan down a man, but up by 8 goals.
Yeah, and just more good stuff from the Wolverines. I mean, their special teams today has just been outstanding. I mean, I believe there's been 5 or 6 goals on special teams for the Wolverines, and they've not given up one. So, I mean, it's just been nothing but good news for the Wolverines when it comes to their special teams.
Back in play, 32 seconds remaining. Quick pass to Phillips in front, and he'll score on the one-timer.
Well,
BU cuts the deficit to 7.
and of course, as soon as I say something about Wolverines' excellent special teams play, they give up a goal in about 5 seconds. So
I wouldn't stress about it too much, Stevie. I do think that their good special teams play is a good sign for the rest of the season. BU just put together a great play there. That was what I was expecting to see from this team early. They didn't bring that energy all game. We see an inkling of it. Is that a hint? Maybe they can bring it to the game on Sunday. We'll see. Estapa taking the face-off at center ice. Yells at the referee here. Looks like there's some confusion for the ref at center ice.
yeah, it looks like we got the face-off never actually started, so it looks like they got to put 0.5 seconds back on the clock. Not sure it will matter, but
Wolverines will win it, send it down into BU's territory. Terriers with 20 seconds to make this a 9-3 game. Armstrong coming in, looks to the point, it's Weber. Weber will take a shot, that one saved by Portillo's blocking side. 10 seconds remaining in the match here. Weber with the puck on the near side, looks D to D up top. 5 seconds left on the clock. They'll move it around more, still need a shot. 3, 2, they'll move it to the near side. 1, time expires, and Michigan takes BU to town. 9-2, our final score, Stevie. Not the game I was expecting to see.
no. Came in expecting a tough challenge for the Wolverines, and if we consider this a tough challenge, they passed with flying colors. I mean, just excellent in all phases of the game. I mean, never really a doubt. I mean, came out, dominated, obviously benefited from some early penalties, but you can't fault them from taking what BU gave them. I mean, because they definitely took every chance that they got, and they just looked like the better team from start to finish.
This was my first time on the call with Michigan hockey this season. I know you did an exhibition game earlier in October. This is a great sign for this team. Great to see them dominate. The real question comes down to Sunday. They're playing BU. The coverage will be here, WCBN Sports, 5 p.m. on Sunday. Can they take this energy? Can they recreate it? If they can, I'm very, very hopeful for this upcoming season. And it should be exciting. Any final comments before we close out here, Stevie?
Yeah, and just as you were saying, I think it's going to be consistency for this young team. I mean, we are obviously seeing that they can put together performances like this where they beat a top 10 ranked team by 7 goals, which is not many. I mean, most teams in the country don't have the talent and the wherewithal to do stuff like this. But, I mean, the Wolverines have now proven that they can, and it's just going to be, can they repeat these performances?
We'll find out Sunday, so keep it here. WCBN, your home for Michigan Athletics. With that, we've got football coverage tomorrow. I'll let you all take a moment, refocus, because noon tomorrow, bring the maize to the Big House if you're here. If you're not, tune into Zach Linfield and the gang. Noontime broadcast, pregame show live by at least 11:50. That'll do it for our WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Michigan, the blowout win over BU. For the whole WCBN team and Stevie McGregor, I'm Owen Crain saying good night and go blue.